Hey everybody, I just want to talk to you today about an incident that I had in a knife buying incident. Wait, I doubled up on incident there. Okay. And so what happened was I saw a knife, and I think it was on Facebook, and I bought it, and I talked to the guy. He seemed like a decent fellow. I asked, he said it was in good condition, and that's understandable. I understand what good condition is. It's not perfect. It's not like new or anything like that. I asked him specifically if there were any nicks in it or scratches, and he said there were not. And so for the price on the knife, I had to get it. It was just an amazing deal. Anyways, like I always do, I give him the money right away, and he sent it the next day, and that wasn't a problem. And I got the knife, and when I got it, the first thing I do, because early on in my knife buying and this recent addiction, early on, I got some knives that had nicks in the edge. And so the first thing I do now is take my fingernail and just run it along this edge to see if there are any nicks in it. And sure enough, there were several nicks in the blade. And after I realized with my fingernail that there were, you could see them. Just tiny little micro nicks, but they were still there. And that's what I was asking about. So I sent the guy a text, said, hey, there are nicks in the edge. Is there any way you could do some kind of partial refund? What can we do about this? Well, he just went off. He just kind of threw a fit. That's not true. And I said, it is true. I'm not lying. I have a really good reputation in the knife community as far as buying and selling and whatnot. Well, it's not true. If you wanted a new knife, you should have bought a new knife at a retailer. And that's not the point here. The point is, I didn't ask for a new knife. I didn't go looking for a new knife. I wanted your good condition knife with no nicks and scratches, which is what you presented to me. So it's not really on me that you presented the knife wrong. So we had to get into a big battle, and he still stayed pretty belligerent about it, like I was trying to rip him off. I feel like I'm being taken here, and it wasn't like that at all. I think most of y'all know that I'm not taking anybody for their $100 knives. $2,000 knife, and then your ethics start to waver a bit. But hey, that's just everybody. But in seriousness, I had to get PayPal involved, and eventually it worked out, sort of. He got to a point where I couldn't take a partial refund. I couldn't take it because then it makes it look like, I'm out for a part. It would end up sullying my name, and it wasn't worth, $10 that I wanted to sully my name. At the price it was a super deal. And, even with my rudimentary sharpening ability, I was able to get the nicks out and put a hair whittling edge on this bad boy. This thing is just, let me show you. But that's not really the point. The point is, if you say something, then stand by it. If you sell something as excellent, and somebody asks you specifically, are there any nicks in it, and you mess that up, then stand by it. Say, hey, yeah, I messed up. And I've had to do that before. I sold a $400 knife to a guy, and he sent me a text back, or he sent me a message after I mailed it and said, hey, this is not the knife I was thinking this was going to be. This is the Tanto, and I was thinking it was the other one. And so I sent him the money back, and he sent me the knife back. And so I understand that frustration, but what's your name worth? What's your reputation worth? Is it worth $10 to not, have somebody just don't want to buy from you again? Or the possibility that somebody sets your name out there that you're being belligerent about something you did wrong for $10? And that's why I didn't take the partial refund. I'm not putting myself up on a mountain or, on a pedestal or anything. I just didn't want it getting out that, I was fighting for a $10 refund over nicks in the blade. And that's why I got PayPal involved, and I was willing to send it back. And he ended up apologizing, and it worked out. But I think there needs to be some kind of idea about how you rate your knives. And this, I would put this knife in good condition. You know, I had to sharpen it. It had some nicks in it. So I would say that's a good condition knife. There are no scratches in the titanium or anything like that. It's in good condition. Now, some people, this Anthem I have here, this is like new in box. It's not brand new in box. I've had out. I've flipped it a bunch of times. Never could cut anything with it. There are no marks on it. But it's still like new in box. If you didn't know any better and I sold that to you, you would think that was a new knife. But to be honest, it's like new in box. Now, this knife is pristine. However, this is not like new in box. This is in excellent condition, but it's been modded. It's been, it's been anodized and had stone wash on the blade, the black wash on the blade. It's not like new in box. Don't present it as like new in box. And I think there needs to be some kind of system set up where we can just go, look, does it meet this criteria? Then no. And you know what? Over on Reddit, I don't know if you go to Knife Swap over there at all, they have a great system. If it's this, then it's A. If it's this, then it's B. If it's this, then it's C. I wish that would be a little bit more widespread. Brand new in box is pretty much brand new in box. These Northwoods I have here, these are brand new. I've taken them out twice. Once to look at to make sure they're okay, and once to photograph to sell. That's brand new. I haven't flicked them, I haven't cut anything, I haven't played with them. So you're getting a brand new knife there. So if you present something as something, and if somebody bought this and said, hey, what condition is this in? And I said, well, this is an excellent condition. It could pass for excellent. It's got a great blade and an edge on there. I mean, it's sharp and there's no scratches on anything. So you could say it's excellent. It comes with the box and the little cushiony envelope. Not the envelope. What is that thing? The little bag that comes with. All those good Kaisers come with. But, and if they got it, at that point you need to ask specific questions to your seller. Is it got scratches? Are there any snail trails? Are there any chips? Are there any nicks? Are there any, has it been sharpened? Has it been cut anything? Did you use it a lot? Did you care? This is your money. This is your $100. Ask the questions you need to ask. And do your vetting on your buyers or on your sellers. Well, if you're a seller, you got to do your vetting on your buyers as well. And get it out there and get the information you need ahead of time so that you can arm yourself in a situation where something like this happens. And I didn't want it to happen. I didn't want any problems. I never do. And I wasn't belligerent. I just asked for a small refund just to make it fair. If you sell me something for $100 and you say it's this way and it's not, and I ask for $10, I don't see what the problem is. I know it's not perfect. I know you're not getting all the money you want, but you had to give me that option to purchase what you say I was purchasing. There's not really a rant against the guy. It's just a kind of a PSA about how to, a lot of y'all don't buy and sell as much as I do. And it's kind of just a PSA. Get your information, get your questions asked so you can get your information so that you're kind of armed with what you need should something happen that is a negative. And for the most part, I would say 95%, 98% of my purchases and buying and selling is not a problem. There haven't been a whole lot of issues. But that's because I'm kind of super cautious on the questions I ask. All right. Not really a negative video, was it? Not really. I'm just kind of telling you a little story about what happened with this knife. I'm going to do a review on it later, so don't look at it too much. Put this away. Put that in the bag. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Get over Facebook. Lots of cool stuff. Lots of trustworthy people over there you can buy from. Yeah, see? Lots of good information going out. And let me know what you think about the whole situation. If you had problems, what's been your biggest problem in buying and selling? And let me know in the comments. I'm interested to hear what y'all have to say about things that have happened to you as far as these, if you ran into these problems. And I guess that's it. And I will talk to y'all later.